Are you a progressive young leader, a proactive emerging executive, a rising professional? Then you need appropriate cover for your vehicle. Introducing the Pro Motor Plan from Beacon. Car insurance that includes free loss of use, windscreen cover up to $3,500, free special perils, free accident forgiveness. Get Beacon's Pro Motor Plan today. Don't procrastinate. Call Beacon today at 440-4447 or visit beacongrenada.com.
How am I supposed to finish cooking like this?
I wonder if climate change is behind all these water shortages. Time to think about the future.
It's really time to invest in a proper water storage tank, you know.
What water tanks you guys have available?
We have 450 gallons for a family of 3, 800 gallons for a family of 5, and 1,000 gallons for a family of 7. Purchasing any of these tanks will ensure that you have enough water stored.
Don't be like me and wait until you're out of water. Be smart. Be prepared. Invest in a proper water storage tank today.
Welcome to the future of shopping with Real Value IGA mobile app. Now, your favorite supermarket is right in your pocket. Whether you're a student, a busy parent, or in the diaspora shopping for friends and family at home, a Yachty, or a Grenadian, our mobile app has you covered. Shop online with our mobile app from anywhere and enjoy free delivery to St. George and St. David. Or you can pick up your groceries in-store, hassle-free. Convenience, savings, and a seamless experience in Grenada. All right here at your fingertips. Download the Real Value IGA mobile app and start shopping today. Real Value IGA, bringing the supermarket to you.
Diamond Intercontinental Jewelry Store now has amazing deals, special discounted prices on wedding sets, watches, and selected jewelry. We sell top brand jewelry and watches like Citizen, Guess, and Klein, and G-Shock, all at the best prices in Grenada. We also buy scrap gold and offer the best deals and customer service on the island. Opening hours Mondays to Saturdays, 9:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. Diamond Intercontinental Jewelry Store, located at the Esplanade Mall, St. George's, Grenada. Visit our brand new remodeled store or call us on telephone number 414-3114, 232-1234 or WhatsApp 533-1581. Sale is on for a limited time only. Alright, hello and welcome to another Mikey Live program. My name is Mikey Hutchinson and we are coming to you live from the Spice Isle of the Caribbean, Grenada. And of course we have a few things to talk to you about on the program. Happy am I to be back with you for another day, another night. Drum Fest is coming, right? This is big. You know, being a student of the drums myself back in the day at Happy Hill Secondary School under the leadership of Mr. Peter Phillip, I'm happy to know that there was a drum competition that is made in his honor. And so it is going to be held again this year, and it's happening on Friday. We'll tell you more about that. Delay in receipt of physical tickets for the 53rd Intercall 2025 Championships. There's been a drug bust again. So says the Royal Grenada Police Force. We'll talk to you about that and more as NAWASA reminds all the importance of having adequate storage in face of the current dry spell. We're taking a break. Coming back, headlines brought to you through the kind compliments of Courts Grenada Limited, Digicel, NAWASA, Real Value, IGA Supermarket, Superb Distributors, Beacon Insurance, alright, and of course all the other sponsors. Thank you for being here with us. All right, we're taking that short little break and we'll be back.
Shop with confidence at Courts. Get the lowest prices guaranteed. Get appliances, furniture, electronics, and so much more. If you find a lower price on any other products elsewhere, we'll match the price. Plus, we'll give you back 110% of the difference. Shop with confidence only at Courts, bringing value home. Special conditions apply.
All right, so welcome back again, and we're not going to be long on the program tonight. Last night we did tell you that a lot of stories that we were looking into were also developments happening on the government side of things, and so I've checked, and these stories are embedded in the national report. So we're going to be sharing that with you a little bit earlier up in the program today. All right. Quite a few things happening, like the AG office reopening, the Guangkai road now a reality. I went back to get some old footage from the Guangkai, and I remember when the people there were struggling, boy, to create a footpath and to widen the road with speed and fork and those kind of things, and now they are actually driving on their own road through assistance of from the government, which is brilliant. Getting into our stories of tonight, NAWASA continues to remind all that we are in the middle of the dry season, and with that comes reduced rainfall and a bit scarce resource, the water. You understand? According to NAWASA, they are saying that their reservoirs are currently under strain. So it is essential that homeowners do what they can to not be out of water. And that includes considering purchasing storage for themselves, a storage tank, as we maneuver this dry season. According to NAWASA, it's important for every household to store at least 35 gallons of water per person per day for emergencies. All right. This ensures your household has enough for drinking, for cooking, and for hygiene purposes. Now, they are saying that they are trying to boost its reserves across Grenada, Carriacou, and Petit Martinique with the assistance of the G-Cruise project that will see construction of 9 water storage tanks across the island. All right. They say, but while that is ongoing, you are expected to at least do your part and invest in storage. All right. And they're saying that together we can do this. All right. We can do this. Now, according to police, on Monday, 31st March, that's yesterday, officers attached to the drug squad conducted an operation at Black Bay, St. John, which led to the discovery of 8 fine bags. 8 fine bags, yeah? Hold on, I'll take all the time with me. I'm going to need that for that one. Hold on. When we have a story to tell in a different way, we have to go in the dark. Let me go in the dark, hold on. We are in the dark. Let me tell all of this. Listen to that piece. All right? 8 fine bags. 1 black plastic bag. And 1 bale containing cannabis. All hush. The cannabis weighed 312 pounds and carries an estimated street value of $707,616. Ay, ay, ay. What? NASA. Let there be light. Now, as a result, according to police, Dean Dowdon, a 37-year-old bartender of Grenville Street, St. George, was charged with the offense of trafficking in a controlled drug. Mr. Dowdon made his first court appearance today, Tuesday, 1st April 2025, at the St. George's Magistrates Court and was remanded to His Majesty's prisons. He is scheduled to reappear in court on Thursday, 10th April 2025. That's a lot of money. And, that's a lot of trouble. You understand? I could imagine what's going on out there right now. But again, please, all you, don't go destroying them people marijuana. A lot of work going to the marijuana. Find something to do with it. If you all destroy 312 pounds of marijuana, something wrong with all you. If in 2024, y'all see it fit, after seizing them people marijuana, to burn it, to destroy it, yeah, that's all I'm gonna say. I hope that wisdom will prevail in this matter. Now, the Grenada Association of Principals of Secondary School, GAPS, say that they regret to inform that there has been a further delay in the receipt of the physical print of the hard copies of your tickets for the 53rd Annual Intercol Championships, which is scheduled to happen in a couple of days. That's April 8th to the 10th at the Sir Kirani James Athletic Stadium. This has been due, they say, to unnecessary delays in the supply chain for any goods crossing the US markets. To this end, we have taken the following steps, they say. The St. Andrew Pharmacy has received physical prints of the e-tickets sold through the GoToFed platform for online tickets. These have been made available as of today, March 31st. Well, that would have been yesterday. As of 6 p.m. yesterday, there will be a significant increase in the number of tickets made available online through the GoToFed.com platform online for those tickets, all right? This will, however, be subject to the availability of the stock. Now, they go on to say that the tickets will therefore continue to be available online for this entire week at GoToFet.com. That's GO2FET.com, and through Grenada Optical at both the St. George's and Spiceland Mall locations. Please note that business hours for the Grenada Optical outlets Monday to Friday 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. St. George's, Saturdays 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. St. George's and Spiceland Mall, Mondays to Friday 9 a.m. to 3:30 p.m. at the Spiceland Mall. An important note about buying printed e-tickets: patrons are reminded not to damage the paper, not to bend it, not to wet it, to ensure that the QR code remains intact for scanning at the gates on the days of the event. All right. Also, patrons, you are reminded that the QR codes will only be valid for one scan, after which it expires. The tickets that are bought online cannot be reused. Since the official launch of the 2025 games on March 19 at the Grenada Trade Center Annex, there has been a never before seen upsurge in online ticket sales. They say that they apologize for the inconvenience that this is sure to cause. I'm struggling to read it, but encourages you to use the available channels to purchase your tickets at this time. All right. Now, in terms of the tickets and the prices, the main pavilion, the 8 April. Well, you know, check. I think we posted something on our page on that, so you could just go read it. And some getting long about the prices and things like that. So you could just check it out on our page because we have posted it there. So we were telling you earlier about the Drum Fest 2025. It's going to be exciting. 9 schools are gearing up to participate in the Peter Phillip Drum Corps competition this Friday. Understand? So get ready. They are all trying to dethrone Boca Secondary School. All right. It's a highly anticipated event. Drum Corps is back in schools as it was back in when in my days. Drum Corps was a big thing, and it kind of in my mind died a little bit, but it seems to be back with a bang And for the past couple of years, they've been having this event, the Peter Phillip Drum Co-competition. Now, the event will take place this Friday at the Sir Kirani James International Athletic Stadium, starting at 2 in the afternoon. And here's what: there is no charge for you to enter the stadium to witness this. All right, so y'all go there and have a good time. Dun, 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 dun. Now, the next thing that we have to tell you about, boy, well, you know what's coming up, and we're hearing from the traffic department of the Royal Grenada Police Force notifying the public that there's going to be some differences with the traffic on Wednesday 2nd and Thursday 3rd April as a result of the primary school athletic meet. All vehicles entering the National Stadium will use the Queen's Park Ring Road from its intersection with Cherry Hill, Mount Rush, or the Humpback Bridge. In terms of no entry, vehicular traffic will not be allowed in the following areas. So vehicular traffic will not be allowed in the Old Fort Public Road from its junction with Lucas Street, Cemetery Hill from its junction with Church Street, the Ring Road from its junction with Mount Rush Public Road to the direction of the Humpback Bridge. In terms of parking, VVIPs and VIPs and officials, the concrete area, the car park of the Kirani James Athletic Stadium, media, police officers, etc., the grass area to the left side of the concrete area. Public parking, gate 6 in the vicinity of the cricket net area and the Wesley College ground. In terms of no parking will be allowed in the following areas on either side of the road: Melville Street from the Fish Market to Cherry Hill, Queen's Park Road from its junction with the Green Bridge to the National Stadium, River Road from Purcell's Lumber Yard to the roundabout close to Lacroix Brothers Crematorium, Mount Rush Public Road from its junction with the Ring Road, National Stadium main entrance public way from Green Bridge, the main entrance to the National Stadium. Alright, now individuals will only be allowed to vend on the seaside of the main public road along the Western Main Road. No vending will be allowed along Queen's Park Road from Green Bridge to the main entrance of the National Stadium or any other area in the vicinity of the National Stadium. Alright, so please be guided accordingly. Well, what happened when he had the funeral up on, because I think there's a funeral tomorrow in that area, from they're going on, I think the center cemetery or so. I don't know how that go out, but okay. Alright. What else do we have to tell you? Well, it's All Fools, not All Fools, no. April Fool's Day. I haven't heard about that in a long time. I don't know if people still, recognize April Fool's Day. But if you do, well, happy April Fool's Day if there's such a thing. We are going to go through the weather right now as received from the Met Office. We can tell you that the weather is expected to be fair, becoming partly cloudy as the night progresses with brief isolated showers. Tonight's minimum temperature 25 degrees Celsius. Winds east-northeasterly to east-southeasterly at 12 to 22 miles per hour, gusting higher at times. Seas moderate to rough with waves 6 to 9 feet in northeasterly to easterly swells, and a marine advisory is in effect. Again, and on Wednesday, we can tell you that the weather is expected to be partly cloudy with brief isolated morning showers becoming fair during the evening. Max temperature 30 degrees Celsius, minimum 25.5 degrees Celsius. Winds northeasterly to easterly at 15 to 25 miles per hour, gusting higher at times. Seas moderate to rough with waves 7 to 10 feet in northeasterly to easterly swells, and a marine advisory remains in effect for tonight, tomorrow, and all the way to Friday, it seems. So please be guided accordingly. Big up to the people who are on YouTube, all the YouTubers. Hello, Suzanne and Marcus. Jane and Jennifer, Laurel and Celine, and all the other people who are usually on there. Blessings to you on Facebook, viewers as well. Javar, Hazel, and Joseph, the rest of the family. Blessings to you, Valerie, Veronica, Bermuda, Barbara, and Joseph, Sherilyn, sorry, Bartholomew. That's a long name, Sherilyn Bartholomew. You had to write that when you were small. I know that was a handwork, eh? Kieran, and all the other people. Blessings to you, Yvonne. And Alalia, blessings to all of you. So we're taking a quick break and we are coming back. And when we come back, as we said, a lot of what we had for you today is within the national report. So we'll share that with you. We're taking that break right now. We'll be back with the national report.
Are you a progressive young leader, a proactive emerging executive, a rising professional? Then you need appropriate cover for your vehicle. Introducing the Pro Motor Plan from Beacon. Car insurance that includes free loss of use, windscreen cover up to $3,500, free special perils, free accident forgiveness. Get Beacon's Pro Motor Plan today. Don't procrastinate. Call Beacon today at 440-4447 or visit beacongrenada.com.
How am I supposed to finish cooking like this?
I wonder if climate change is behind all these water shortages. Time to think about the future.
It's really time to invest in a proper water storage tank, you know.
What water tanks you guys have available?
We have 450 gallons for a family of 3, 800 gallons for a family of 5, and 1,000 gallons for a family of 7. Purchasing any of these tanks will ensure that you have enough water stored.
Don't be like me and wait until you're out of water. Be smart. Be prepared. Invest in a proper water storage tank today.
Welcome to the future of shopping with Real Value IGA mobile app. Now, your favorite supermarket is right in your pocket. Whether you're a student, a busy parent, or in the diaspora shopping for friends and family at home, a Yachty, or a Grenadian, our mobile app has you covered. Shop online with our mobile app from anywhere and enjoy free delivery to St. George and St. David. Or you can pick up your groceries in-store, hassle-free. Convenience, savings, and a seamless experience in Grenada. All right here at your fingertips. Download the Real Value IGA mobile app and start shopping today. Real Value IGA, bringing the supermarket to you.
Anywhere at any time and have it delivered to you right here in Grenada at yogo.gd.
Diamond Intercontinental Jewelry Store now has amazing deals, special discounted prices on wedding sets, watches, and selected jewelry. We sell top brand jewelry and watches like Citizen, Guess, and Klein, and G-Shock, all at the best prices in Grenada. We also buy scrap gold and offer the best deals and customer service on the island. Opening hours Mondays to Saturdays, 9:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. Diamond Intercontinental Jewelry Store, located at the Esplanade Mall, St. George's, Grenada. Visit our brand new remodeled store or call us on telephone number 414-3114, 232-1234 or WhatsApp 533-1581. Sale is on for a limited time only.
Affordable quality products delivered to you via superb service. We are superb distributors, wholesalers, and authorized agents for trusted products you know and love, like Rika Juices, Pure Heaven products, Bibbin diapers, New Bright laundry detergent, Allegra pasta, and more.
Contact Superb Distributors at 435-2948 for superb quality and service.
Shop with confidence at Quartz. Get the lowest prices guaranteed. Get appliances, furniture, electronics, and so much more. If you find a lower price on any other products elsewhere, we'll match the price. Plus, we'll give you back 110% of the difference. Shop with confidence only at Quartz. Bringing value home. Special conditions apply.
This is the GIS News for Tuesday, April 1st, 2025. I am Chrisanne Mitchell. In the headlines, Caribbean NDC Investment Forum opens in Grenada to accelerate climate action and resilience financing, and tourism ministers conclude meeting on sustainable tourism policy. We'll have the details to these stories and more, plus a look at the weather after the break.
Boy, you gonna fly with kite now? The wind picking up.
I'm coming. Karim, what you doing?
Fly my kite.
Yeah, but not here. You can't fly kite near power lines, boy.
Why not? The wind good.
Because mommy say kite threads conduct electricity.
Grenlink, energizing our Grenada.
Welcome back. The third Caribbean Nationally Determined Contributions Investment Forum and Marketplace officially opened yesterday in Grenada, hosted by the Organization of Eastern Caribbean States Commission in collaboration with key regional and international partners. The three-day event, running from March 31st to April 2nd, 2025, brings together policymakers, private sector leaders, development agencies, and investors to accelerate financing for climate action and resilience, building in the Caribbean. Themes: investing in climate action for a resilient future. The investment forum will build on the successes of previous forums held in St. Lucia in 2018 and 2022 respectively. Dr. Grant Kirkman, team leader, UN Climate Change Secretariat, pledges the UNFCCC's support to Grenada and other small island developing states.
The urgency is undeniable. Limited access to finance, stretched human capacity, and as my good friend Crispin would always say, warm bodies, the lack thereof, and competing national priorities test this region's resolve, as many other regions too. At the UNFCCC, we are here to support you in every way we can in overcoming some of these barriers. We must turn ambition into action. Too many projects linger as ideas. Too much policy support sits and does not move. In part, the UNFCCC Secretariat has helped and is committed to helping bridge this gap through what we call the needs-based finance support, which you'll also hear about more of tomorrow. Ensuring your climate strategies and your climate plans become reality.
Amanda McKee, Head of Knowledge and Learning NDC Partnership, spoke on the importance of inclusive financing mechanisms.
Accessing and deploying climate finance is essential to achieving the Paris Agreement's goals. Yet, we know that countries face significant hurdles, including complex and onerous requirements to access funds, high capital costs, and limited concessional finance and capacity constraints that slow access and deployment. Despite significant challenges, countries in the region continue to show climate leadership. NDC partnership members evidence this, including Antigua and Barbuda's investment planning and private sector engagement strategy for NDC implementation, Belize's climate finance strategy, and St. Lucia's finance strategy, just to highlight a few examples.
Speaking at the opening ceremony, Honorable Karine James, Minister for Climate Resilience, underscored the importance of innovative financing in achieving climate resilience.
As the Caribbean continues to navigate the present-day complexities of climate change, this week's NDC Investment Forum, which Grenada is proud to host, allows us another collective platform to advance a shared regional strategy towards ensuring a resilient and climate-safe and smart Caribbean. As small island economies with minimal contribution to this global planetary threat, our singular focus is the preservation of our people and our livelihoods. Our future is far from being secure. Our future, colleagues, is at the mercy of climatic impacts that only grow in devastation and frequency. It is up to us, and only us, to innovate our way through. The NDC Investment Forum, ladies and gentlemen, aims not only to catalyze investments in resilient infrastructure, but also to strengthen the mechanisms by which we can access both public and private climate finance, integrating a range of stakeholders, including private sector, into the process. Honorable Ministers, esteemed colleagues, distinguished guests, there is no Caribbean without integrating climate resilience into every facet of our national and regional sustainable development transformation.
The forum also featured panel discussions, investment pitches, and networking opportunities aimed at strengthening partnerships for climate finance. Continuing the news, the advancement of plant and crop production was realized on Thursday, 27 March, with the official handover of the Marabou Tissue Cultural Laboratory. Through the support of the Chinese Agricultural Mission, the Ministry of Agriculture continues to advance the building of capacity and sustainability of the agricultural sector. The new facility will bolster the sector in the production of a variety of disease-free planting material, which will enable an increase of quality production of crops by farmers. This being a part of the government's plans towards Grenada's food security mission. Minister Lennox Andrew expressed his elation in the completion of the facility and spoke to the collaborative support of the People's Republic of China.
Today, we mark an important achievement in Grenada's agricultural journey. A journey defined by resilience, by science and innovation, and by partnership. The official handover of this modern tissue culture laboratory is indeed a remarkable achievement, a moment of glory for our country, and it is also a powerful symbol of the enduring friendship and collaboration between Grenada and the People's Republic of China. A true friend is a steady anchor, a safe harbor in the fiercest storm. And therefore, on behalf of the Ministry of Agriculture, the government and people of this country, I extend sincere appreciation for this timely and transformative investment in our nation's food and agricultural system.
Prime Minister Honorable Deacon Mitchell spoke to the significance of the Tissue Culture Laboratory.
Far too long, agriculture and food security has not been prioritized in our country. And it has, in many respects, placed Grenada, Carriacou and Petit Martinique in a very vulnerable position. And so it is important for us to emphasize in our presence here, today's testimony of this, that we take the revitalization and the growth of agriculture and the stability that food security brings as a matter of significant priority for the country. And I would just say at this time it is perhaps the single most important priority for Grenada, Carriacou, and PT Martinique.
Prime Minister Mitchell further highlighted the absence of a functioning tissue culture plant and the importance of the facility in the sector.
We have not had a tissue culture plant in Grenada for over a decade. And if we are serious about agriculture and we don't have such a plant that is essentially the start of the cycle of producing agriculture, then we could not be serious about agriculture. And so this is a significant step in ensuring that at a foundation level, we are doing what is required to make sure that all persons who are interested in farming, not just those who are farming now, all those who are interested in farming gets greater access to planting material.
The Morabo Tissue Culture Laboratory will be the home to innovative techniques and technology in the production of plantlets. The facility is valued at $685,000 EC dollars. Tourism ministers from the OECS, along with permanent secretaries, technicians, participated in the recently held 8th OECS Council of Ministers meeting on March 28 at the Beachcombers Hotel, St. Vincent and the Grenadines. The high-level gathering meeting was held under the chairmanship of Senator the Honorable Adrian Thomas, Minister of Tourism, Creative Economy and Culture of Grenada. During an interview with the GIS on Monday, Senator Thomas highlighted the main objective of the meeting, which he says was to bring into focus issues that have the potential to create significant impacts on people's lives and livelihoods in the OECS, and more importantly, to discuss and approve the sustainable tourism policy, an essential step toward a more responsible, resilient, and inclusive tourism sector.
This was a very important meeting because we were looking at the sustainable tourism policy for the OECS. Now, this is a very, very important document, and it's a document that we are hoping that all OECS islands will align their tourism product with that very important document. Well, tourism is a serious growing business in the world today. A lot of the islands depend on tourism. Tourism contributes significantly to our GDP. However, we know that tourism comes with a lot of challenges. It comes with a lot of environmental concerns. People are very concerned. We all that has to be aligned with the well-being of our people. We want tourism to be sustainable, and we want to make sure that what we enjoy today is there for people in the future, the next generation. So we want to make sure that whatever action and inaction we take in the industry will benefit our people.
Tourism, Senator Thomas says, is undoubtedly one of the most powerful drivers of economic growth, job creation, and cultural exchange. It contributes significantly to our national economies, and while each OECS state has its own policy, enhancing regional marketing efforts and testing resilience within the industry through collaborative effort is key to the industry's success.
Each one of the islands have their own policy. We know that the United Nations has the Sustainable Development Goals. We know there are international best practices. So we want to make sure that this policy deals with some of the issues that we have to ensure that we are in a competitive world, and we want to make sure that Grenada is at the forefront. Grenada is doing very well in the OECS in particular. You will realize that for the last couple of years after COVID, Grenada was not able to get back to the original figures. For the very first time in the first quarter of 2024, we surpassed COVID figures in terms of number of visitors to our island. And this is a plus, and we want to continue. 2025 looks very well, and we are heading in the direction where we're going to do extremely well at the end of 2025. We also looking to increase the number of flights coming to Grenada. Airlift is of concern to us, so we want to spend a lot of money in terms of getting more people to come to Grenada. But we also have to look at the issue of having more rooms in Grenada. We just do not have enough. And we are hoping that our citizens will benefit from that also, because there are a lot of people in the rural areas maybe who have very reasonable apartments in the homes, and the people visiting Grenada would like to interact with the people in the community. So this is something that we have to explore in Grenada, and at least we want to make sure that they have the standards whereby people will be able to utilize them to the best of their ability.
Key areas for discussion for approval included legislation and regulation by establishing clear legal frameworks that enforce sustainability standards in tourism, development, investments, and operations. The need for capacity building and education is a top priority, which Senator Thomas expressed can be achieved by strengthening training programs for tourism professionals, businesses, and local communities to ensure a deep understanding of sustainable practices. Development of sustainable infrastructure is crucial, along with the commitment from member states to carry out the monitoring and evaluation exercises. We cannot escape the responsibility of implementing robust mechanisms to measure the impact of our policies, track our progress, and make the necessary adjustments to ensure effectiveness. Stay with us. The GIS News will continue after the break.
The journey of 1,000 miles begins with but a step. So the journey of a year begins with but a sec. 1 second is the difference between old and new. The difference between what you have done and what you have to do. 1 second is the difference between who you were and who you are going to be. The difference between a year of expectations and a year of memories. Awaiting you is a year of opportunities and new moves. Just one final second to reflect. And then we must embrace indeed. I reckon 1 second is all we need.
Welcome to the Caribbean, a paradise inhabited by millions. But this paradise is facing a new challenge, the impacts of a changing climate. As these impacts intensify, our tourism sector is feeling the heat.
Of course, with increased temperatures, the tourism practitioners can expect a significant increase in the demand for cooling and hydration services. So for example, persons will be using a lot more AC, they'll be using the refrigerator more, the use of the pools, showers, taking more showers, and of course drinking more water. The tourism operators should advise their guests about the heat that is expected and actually advise them on how best they can use the resources efficiently.
Tourism sector, it is important that the tourism practitioners are able to sensitize their tourists, their clientele, but also their workers to the dangers of heat.
Together we can protect our paradise. Let's embrace sustainable practices, stay informed, and work together to ensure the Caribbean remains a premier travel destination for generations to come. To keep informed and learn more, follow CIMH on X, Facebook, and Instagram.
Welcome back. The Grenada Public Service Commission has initiated a 3-week professional training development program for selected categories of public officers. The training began on Monday in the conference room of the General Hospital Phase 2 building. Former Senior Public Officer Gemma Bain Thomas is one of the facilitators for the sessions on human resource management in the public service. The training, Mrs. Bain Thomas says, is a continuation from 2023 when the orientation was held and focuses on executive officers and senior administrative officers who have responsibilities for human resource management within the public service.
The Public Service Commission is trying to foster a culture of continuous education within the public service. It is also trying to build the capacity and the capability of public officers so that they can undertake the HR function more effectively. The Public Service Commission, in accordance with the Constitution, is responsible for appointments, confirmation of appointments, removal from office, leave, and discipline within the public service. And so all recommendations to address these areas must be made to the Public Service Commission. The Public Service Commission has expressed some concerns about the quality of submissions that are coming to them. And so, as a facilitator for the HR section, we are required to work with these officers to improve on the submissions that are made to the Commission so it can make better decisions and impact the public service positively.
Public officers, she says, have been placed in 5 groups to attend the various sessions geared towards their specific roles within the service.
We have sessions on human resource management and administration, sessions on public finance management, sessions on auditing, customer relations, and also sexual harassment in the workplace. We have a number of facilitators who will be doing each session, but as I said earlier, I am focusing purely on human resource management and administration in the public service. And this is a very important area because ultimately your human resources are your most valuable asset in any organization. And so once you nurture your human resource, you expect employee satisfaction, greater productivity, and a more responsive public service.
Facilitators during the 6-week training session include Edward Frederick, image management consultant, and human resource development training specialist. What was once a dusty footpath for residents of Guankai is now a motorable concrete access road. The government, through the MP for South St. George constituency, Honorable Andy Williams, continues to make good on its promise of vital infrastructure development for various communities across the state. On Saturday, residents gathered for the official opening of the long-awaited access road, which was attended by Prime Minister Honorable Deacon Mitchell in the absence of MP Williams, who was at the time out of state. A total of 2,571 feet of concrete road was constructed over time.
Our administration prides ourselves on looking after a lot of the communities that have been forgotten, that have been marginalized, that sometimes gets reputations that they don't deserve simply because people are trying to take care of themselves, to take care of their families, and sometimes they do it without any support from anyone. So for communities like Guankai and many of the other communities which might have felt forgotten in the past, I want to assure you that under NDC administration, we are committed to working with you, to supporting with you, and to being in your communities. Not you coming to us, but we coming to you so that we can work together and partner together. And the construction of this road is just one of the ways of symbolizing our partnership with the people. We are here to work for and on your behalf. And so we are always happy to do the things that matter most to you.
Prime Minister Mitchell told the residents gathered that the job of the government is to meet the needs of its constituents, hence the investment in the completion of the Guankai Access Road.
I'm very happy to be here to be part of the commissioning of this road. And as I said, it's important for us as a community to support each other, to work together towards improving the health, the well-being, and the wealth of everyone. Sometimes we'll have differences of views, of opinions. It's for us to come together and air those views, talk about our challenges, and then agree on a plan forward so that we can improve our community. So I'm really, really happy to be here this afternoon. Congratulations again. And it shows that the power of one. And I want to say this to everybody. Sometimes we believe if we're in a minority that we can't make a difference. But if you look at the history of the world, it's written by usually one man or one woman. Jesus Christ, Martin Luther King, Morris Bishop, Sir Eric Gary, we can go on and on. So all of us have the power individually to make a change. So when your dad decided that he was going to start this, I'm sure he wasn't thinking about what would happen in the end. And of course, others have come, others have learned from his example, and we're here today. So especially for the young kids, don't ever let anyone tell you that you can't accomplish your goals or your dreams, because ultimately you are a great human being like all of the other great persons who've achieved things. You just have to work hard, stay focused, and stay dedicated.
One resident of the area whose father began the process of opening the footpath expressed gratitude on seeing the realization of her father's dream and wish of residents to one day have a comfortable access to and from their homes.
This improvement will make a significant difference in our daily lives, ensuring safer and smoother travel for everyone in our community. A well-maintained road is more than just infrastructure. It connects us, supports local businesses, and enhances our overall quality of life. Your commitment to this project has shown your dedication to the well-being and progress of our community, for which we are truly grateful.
Residents expressed their joy through dance and drumming to have witnessed the opening of the road ahead of the 2025 rain season. The closing ceremony of the GIDC SIOP Expo celebrated the achievements of young entrepreneurs in Grenada at the Carmaran Park recently. Held under the theme Celebration of Creativity and Innovation, the expo provided a platform for young business owners to display their innovative products and services, demonstrating how they have utilized the skills and support gained through the program to launch and grow their businesses. Project coordinator for the Enterprise Development Component at the GIDC, Chevlin Noel, gave an overview of the component, which was established from the signing of a Memorandum of Understanding.
The Enterprise Business Development Component aims to support unemployed and underemployed young people between the ages of 16 to 35 by providing training, grant financing, startup assistance, and technical support to existing enterprises. The program has set ambitious targets for training, grant disbursement, and enterprise support, and has achieved impressive results to date. The GIDC signed a Memorandum of Understanding with the Ministry of Finance in 2018 to implement the entrepreneurship component of the Climate Smart Agriculture and Rural Enterprise Program.
According to Noel, the program has achieved significant milestones since its inception.
Establishment of the Training and Outreach Center launched March 30th, 2022 at the Simon Industrial Park located at Simon St. Andrew. The GIDC trained 500 young people under the program, realizing the set target of 500. Training was provided in the following areas: entrepreneurial skills, grant proposal writing, record keeping, information communication technology, remedial math, and English. Provided grant financing to 320 beneficiaries, meeting a set target of 80% of 400. Facilitated the startup of 294, surpassing the target of 120.
Delivering remarks on behalf of the Grenada National Training Agency, GNTA, Dr. Kimoy Edwards, CEO, highlighted the importance of skills development in fostering economic growth.
The GNTA has been collaborating with SIOP and GIDC to promote marketability, employment, and improved standards of living. Through Level 2 N and CVQ certificates, rural young men and women are equipped with necessary life skills to effectively deal with human relations and other life and work challenges. The ensuing employment and income generation activities help to develop sustainable livelihoods. The introduction of climate smart agriculture helps to promote resilience and access to climate change and climate smart agriculture practices in the agriculture sector. Main beneficiaries, as was pointed out, underemployed youth between the ages of 16 to 35, smallholder farmers vulnerable to climate change and variability. The partnership between the entities is a model of sustainability that can be replicated by other partners in Grenada. Economic sustainability is evident in GIDC promoting entrepreneurship and enterprise business development, and environmental sustainability is evident in the promotion of climate smart agriculture.
The expo also featured remarks from Mrs. Marina Jessime, Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Economic Development, Planning, Agriculture and Lands, Forestry, Marine Resources and Cooperatives. Representing Honorable Lennox Andrews, Jessime underscored the importance of collaboration and sustainability, noting that the SIEP's program accomplishments are a testament to the power of partnerships.
I want to encourage you to really select some products, not only to buy today, but also share the information with other persons so that we can have persons coming back, referrals to buy the products. I want to highlight the need for continued collaboration, because as I look at what is happening throughout the SIEP program, I'm seeing partnership, I'm seeing collaboration, I'm seeing industry and initiative, and that will lead us to a place of pride and success. I want to say that projects come to an end, but the results remain. And the contribution of every partner is important because we continue to build on the legacy of the persons before us.
Two entrepreneurs shared how they have benefited from the program. Marvin James, owner and founder of MJ's Machining, and Lisa Ranger Belfon, R&B Unique Colors.
I learned a lot of things that I didn't know before. So business-wise, the record keeping, the counseling session, they really helped me learn things about myself that I was even holding on to from the past, from way back when I was small, and that program was actually one of the things that I would say made 2020 one of the best years of my life.
I'm very grateful today that I can stand here proudly and say, although I'm not 100% healthy, GIDC came in a very, very great moment in my life when I really was in need.
Stay with us. The GIS News will return after these messages.
If it's one thing we know for sure, life is an unpredictable journey, full of twists and turns, but no matter where it takes you, the National Insurance Scheme is here, ready to support you every step of the way. Sickness benefits ensures that you can focus on recovery, not financial stress. Maternity allowance and grant provides essential support to start your beautiful journey of parenthood. The unemployment benefits act as a safety net, giving you peace of mind during challenging times. Employment injuries can be daunting, but NIS provides comprehensive coverage, including injury benefit, medical expenses, disablement, and death benefits. At NIS, your well-being is priority. Now you can face challenges confidently, knowing that support is just a claim away. Contact us today to find out more about the range of benefits, or visit our website at www.nisgrenada.org.
Agriculture plays an important yet underrated role in the economies of Caribbean islands. While not completely self-sustaining, it plays a vital role in enhancing food security. Climate variables such as unpredictable rainfall patterns and excessive heat often cause farmers to face unprecedented challenges.
Where there is the expectation of increased heat, that can affect the development of the crops, of the livestock, as well as for dairy production. We can see a decrease in the dairy production. Heat also plays an effect on human health as well. We would want to ensure that farmers wear protective clothing, make sure that they keep themselves well hydrated, shift the hours, of the exposure outside. That is an option as well that you can look at.
While certain regions may experience prolonged droughts, predictions also raise concerns regarding heavy rainfall, hurricanes, and flooding.
The expected increases in the tropical cyclone activity, those strong winds can have an impact on your crops. That can have an impact on your infrastructure for the farmers, who would have the crops above ground. For those periods of time, maybe you can plant some root crops, that's an option. So there's several things that the farmer can do, to adapt to. our ever-changing climate.
Welcome back. For the public, it may seem as a move from an old office to a new one, but for Attorney General Honorable Claudette Joseph and the Legal Affairs team, it is a necessity that will ensure top legal advice is rendered to the people of Grenada. During the recent commissioning of the Office of the Attorney General and the Division of Legal Affairs at the old NIS building, Melville Street, St. George's, Honorable Claudette Joseph said they are now working in the best office space they have ever had.
We look forward to doing great work for the people of Grenada, rendering top quality advice so that the people's work can be done with competence and with comfort that the government is at all times doing the right things legally and not getting into any trouble with the citizens or other entities.
In a journey that started over 2 years ago, workers were requested to immediately vacate their old office, which was not conducive to their health or productivity. This followed the completion of an assessment of the condition of the building. The workers were thereafter accommodated by various ministries, while the majority of the staff of the Office of the Attorney General worked from home.
To many, it appeared seamless because they continued to deliver, I dare say, at a high level. But the reality was very difficult. We've been operating virtually. We have to beg or borrow a space if we need to meet in person. So it was very difficult.
Prime Minister Honorable Deacon Mitchell is happy that the workers are now in an environment that is conducive to health and greater productivity.
I am elated that I said to PS, this looks rather fancy on the way in. I'm elated that that you are in better premises. Clearly, we should not have people working in environments that are not conducive to their health first and foremost, and to a productive work environment and to building the relationship, because we spend a lot of time at work. Perhaps in a concentrated manner, we spend more time at work than at any other single place. So it's important to make sure that the environment is right. We know we've had challenges, I think, with all government ministries. Government has finite resources, and Grenada has been through tough economic times where tough decisions had to be made about what you prioritize and what you not prioritize. So I think anytime there's an opportunity for us to ensure we can prioritize the working environment of the persons who work to build the country, we should certainly do so, because there may be other times when we can't afford to do so. And it's important that we think a bit more long-term and more strategic by making sure we look for quality rather than expediency. So I'm happy, and I hope for the staff in particular that you are at least satisfied, and that the years of pain or troubles could at least be lessened, and that you enjoy and take care of the workspace.
PS Rhonda Jones says the move to a new location is a reflection of their commitment to provide staff with an environment that is not just safe, but appropriate for great work.
A thoughtfully designed workspace not only supports the well-being and morale of each of us, but it directly contributes to improved efficiency, higher performance, and overall better service delivery. So today stands as an investment in the people who carry out the important work that supports judicial administration every day. It's been 2 years plus. We've been trying to get the officers comfortably situated, and we are here today, finally. Everyone has a space allocated to them, and I believe that we have done justice in ensuring that you can show up every single day in an environment that's comfortable.
And finally, in the news, St. Rose Modern Secondary School will start the drums rolling at the 2025 Peter Phillip Drum Corps competition, scheduled for Friday, 4th April at the Kirani James Athletic Stadium. Representatives of the various participating schools dipped for their positions of appearance at the GIS studios on Monday. The 8 schools in order of appearance are J.W. Fletcher Catholic Secondary School, Boca Secondary School, defending champion, Grenada Boys Secondary School, School, Wesley College, Grenville Secondary School, Presentation Brothers College, MacDonald College, St. David Catholic Secondary School. The competition, which is being held under the auspices of the Ministry of Tourism, Creative Economy and Culture, is scheduled to begin at 2 p.m. The ministry says this exciting competition will showcase the extraordinary talent of drum corps from across Grenada as they deliver a spectacular display of synchronized beats and captivating moments. This is the weather forecast. The weather is generally fair and windy, becoming partly cloudy overnight with brief isolated showers. Winds east-northeasterly to east-southeasterly at 14 to 24 miles per hour, gusting higher at times. Seas remain moderate to rough with waves reaching 6 to 9 feet in northeasterly to easterly swells. A marine advisory remains in effect. The sun will rise at 6:02 a.m. That brings us to the end of the GIS News for Tuesday, April 1st, 2025. On behalf of the entire news and production team here at the Government Information Service, I am Christian Mitchell saying thank you for joining us.